There we go. Oh, that's a good size. Good size Barracuda. Dude, what a run. All right, well, these CUDA tubes work. What is going on, guys? Got a really fun adventure today. We're starting. So myself, one of my boys, Sunshine, one of my boys, Pica, we're all going together. We're leaving Fort Myers right now. I'm heading over to Sunshine's house right now. We're gonna load up at his crib, and then we're going down the Florida Keys, fellas. I'm super excited, super pumped for this trip. This is a trip that we've had planned for quite some time. So we're planning on fishing the middle Keys, Islamorada, Marathon, maybe a little bit further south. We've got some stuff planned out. We'll see, obviously, as the weather kind of unfolds, but we've got a couple different zones mapped out. We've got some game plans as far as what type of fish, what type of fishing. Really hoping for some bonefish or tarpon, but you know what? We're gonna see what God's got in store for us. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and yeah, let's get to the journey, y'all. So we loaded up Sunshine's truck with our kayaks and all of our gear, and we had to be very tactical about the ratchet straps and bungees and ropes. It looked a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, but we took US 41 through the Everglades on the way down, a little bit slower. We were a little more cautious about the trip down, and by the grace of God, we made it there safely. There were no issues on the way down. Everything stayed intact. Nothing shifted at all, so that was a huge blessing. And so basically, we're heading down for this first day on Friday, heading down to Sombrero Beach, down Marathon, and heading over to a little rock island off to the side and trying to fish the flats there and trying to see what fish are around. Here's a couple cool sights from the trip down. This is, just leaving the mainland, about to get ready to go into Key Largo in a little bit. Gilbert's is what it's called. Really pretty, really beautiful drive. It's honestly a spot that I've always looked at staying at and or stopping at, and just haven't yet. Honestly, there's just so many places to go down to the Florida Keys. And then this is a little bit further down. There's that, beautiful Bimini blue water. Just amazing. Just such a blessing to be driving past this even. And here is Sombrero Beach. The park is really nice. There's a volleyball court. There's paddleboards you can rent and kayaks you can rent. So there's a little loading zone. And here's the ramp. There's the pier. And this is what our day looked like, which is such a blessing. So, yeah, I was just so thankful to be out here today. All right, you guys, we are here at Sombrero Beach on Marathon, man, the Keys. So plan is right now, my boys Sunshine and Pica, they are on their way. They're still rigging up their stuff. They said, hey, go out and just kind of do a little exploration. So I'm gonna go out and just kind of check out these mangroves here. We're gonna head over to those, you see that little rock piling over there, and I've got my artificials, but we've also got some frozen shrimp, some live shrimp. We've watched some footage from some local peeps around here. We want to see if those methods and those details apply. We'll see if the same kind of, see if we can get anybody to bite. If there's it's bonefish, snapper, tarpon, who cares? Who knows? Who cares? Yeah, we're out here in the Keys. I'm so thankful to be out here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's see what we find out here, guys. So with right now we're looking at a lot of grass flats here, and then kind of shallows along the mangroves, and that is like a deserted island that's all like rock structure and shell structure. So we'll see if we can get something to bite. And the wind is from the southeast. It's like a 6 mile an hour, 7 mile an hour, so it's enough to where it's gonna cause a problem if you're going out yonder, but we're gonna be staying around these parts and then over there. All right, so this is all pretty shallow here. A little too shallow to fish the mangroves right now, but super beautiful, super crystal clear water. It's amazing. So we got the wind coming out that way. I've seen a couple little fish so far. So I actually saw a baby nurse shark and some little bait fish, but nothing of significance yet. But we're gonna head this way. I guess That'd be east. This is the Atlantic side. Or maybe it's south, actually. That's south. So we're gonna be heading this way and going over to that island, and then kind of exploring there, kind of seeing what the terrain's like there. And yeah, it's such a cool area. Marathon's so fun, and lots of people over there at Sombrero Beach. Very popular spot. Lots to do over there. They got volleyball courts. They got like kayak rentals for you to take yourself, and paddle boards and all that. So super cool spot. Really fun. There's a super fun distance. I'm gonna be able to see it from this. I'll try to get a close up on my camera on my phone, but that's one of the lighthouses, or the lights as they call it. Sombrero. That's the Sombrero light, I'm pretty sure, out there. Won't be able to make that in a kayak, but it's all good. I'll try to get some deeper water here. Alright, so here's the island here, made it across. Honestly, not a bad paddle from the beach. But as you can see, it's pretty much just a bunch of rocks, and this side's calm. We're hiding from the wind on this side. That side's a little, oh, that guy's got something, I don't know. But that side's a little bit better depth, but it's also a lot rockier. So I'm gonna kind of fish along. I've got my jigs for my artificials first. I'm gonna wait till the fellas come out to kind of anchor up, and just kind of, we're basically putting the shrimp and just letting it drift along the sides here, and we'll kind of pick and choose which, you know, where we want to be. I assume we're gonna be on this side to go away from the wind, but that's gonna be the plan of action right now. But cool spot, fun area. Let me anchor up real quick. Got a lot of kudos around here. Let me see if I can still catch one without the tail. Yep, there we go. That's sick. That's high, bro. Cuda on the DOA. White paddle tail without the tail. Oh, popped off. That was hype though. Our Barracuda everywhere on this spot. Every cast I have, I'm getting like a school of like 4 of them to check it out. There he goes. What's up, dude? Dude, what cool fish. I gotta be super careful with these teeth. Look at that. He's about to break the line too. Alright, that's the official catch right there. I got the leader. Look at that guy. That's so sick, bro. Thank you, Lord. Look at that thing. Look at them teeth. Whoa, thanks, man. Alright, I'm gonna pop this guy off and without losing my teeth. Glory to God. Good start. This place is loaded with them, dude.
Yeah, that's what I just did right there.
Really? Yeah.
You got broken off yet?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that Cuda tube.
There we go. Oh, I popped it. Sayonara. So I'm gonna try to use this Cuda tube here. So I know there's a few different fishermen down here that use those. I know my boy Q was kayak fishing. I think that's where Kyle actually got this from. It's a big freaking lure. I don't think those little guys are gonna be able to grab it, but you never know. I'm sort of struggling with my tie. That DOA started to The DOA bite started to die off. Really hadn't gotten any nibbles in the last bit. So we switch and we see what this does. There we go. Oh, that's a good size. Good size Barracuda. Dude, what a run. All right, well, these Cuda tubes work. Oh yeah. Oh, he wants to bite me off so bad. All right, I'm gonna plan on getting in my kayak soon, whenever he gets tired. Whoa. It's a Cuda. Oh, he popped off. He popped off. That's okay. That was sick. Yeah, bro, the Cuda tube. That was sick, bro. Bro, tore that thing in half, brother. That was a big, bro, that was a good size one too, man. That was sick. Bro, that thing was sick. That thing was awesome. That thing ripped that to shreds. I think it's still usable. I don't know. Full disclaimer, it was not still usable. However, this is just a picture of that rock island I was talking about. And there was just so much on there. It was really cool. You got to be careful walking on it, obviously, with all the shells and such. But Pica was finding a lot of cool fossils and shells and creatures. And it's a really cool spot to come out and check out if you're in that area and you're on a boat or kayak. Rest in peace, homie. Rest in peace. Alright, so I had some deer bites over there and some nibbles, but nobody big enough to land the Cuda tube, but still super sick. So heading across the channel here, and that's the one thing about the Keys is it gets really skinny really fast. Like this is just a few inches of water is all. So we're working our way back towards the launch site, and then we're gonna check out further down into that little river, like creek system there. Maybe even back behind some of those houses and see if there's anybody on the docks. But that's gonna be our next plan of action. But the thing too with the Keys, if you're in a kayak, you still gotta be smart about where you go, but be prepared to have to walk a little bit because it gets shallow. If you're in a boat, you better stick to the deep channels. It's not worth getting stuck out here. But wow, what a beautiful day. A little bit different kind of a game plan from what we had planned early on, just because of the wind, but still got some daylight left, so let's see what's happening. Hey, there you go. Hey, still sick. There we go. Oh, jeez.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, bro. Good stuff, man.
Mangrove, the first mangrove.
Mangrove.
First mangrove.
Alright, so working through the channel here. You got some docks on that side, some big boats on that side along the houses. And these are all mangroves. Pretty solid depth. Having some little nibbles, but nothing really biting so far. but definitely a cool spot to check out, especially with how windy that was back there. This is definitely definitely the move right now, except you have all that little grass. We got some needlefish, but yeah, we got some grass up along the side, some algae, making it a little tricky to fish along these mangroves here. So around this corner here is kind of like it's like a boater's graveyard almost. Crazy. Well, we got some that still look pretty good, but and you got some others that are a little questionable. I know there's a couple other different channels you can go into and through there in the canal, and there's supposed to be another one up around the corner here, where it's kind of similar kind of thing. It's a mangrove channel, mangrove tunnel. Nothing but mutton. Oh man, nothing but mutton. Look at that, nice.
That's a nice one.
So definitely a hot spot for snapper. Sunshine especially, he was using a lot smaller hooks, and he got quite the variety. Some lane, some mangrove, some mutton snapper. That's a keeper snapper right there that we could have kept but chose not to. But man, it was just producing left and right. Even with just the shrimp, it was just one after another basically, and really thankful. It was a really cool first day. Really cool to kind of see those different fish and explore that area. I'd never really been there before. I'd only stopped at the beach a couple of times, but from there, so this is the night before my birthday. We went out to dinner. We tried to get into the Square Grouper in Islamorada. However, really long wait time. They actually weren't taking any more people, so we decided to go to Papa Joe's, right across the street from Bud Mary's, and that was it's kind of an inverted picture, but it's of some wahoo. I had some coconut jasmine rice, some mac and cheese. It was full of carbs, but amazing, amazing meal. Really fun place too. They got cornhole outside, and it was just really, really cool place. And from there, we went over to Hog Heaven to just grab a drink and end the night. And this was the dock light in the back of their canal section, and tons of fish. Obviously, this was the back of the building with the floating dock, live music playing. Really cool spot. That is definitely a local spot for sure. So definitely a good time. And what's probably been the biggest surprise of the trip so far was the hotel the first night. We stayed at the Breezy Palms in Islamorada, and it blew us away. We were super, super surprised by this. Beautiful outside, gorgeous setup. Honestly, pretty inexpensive too.
Have you seen the moon tonight?
And it was just really, really cool spot. They had really good accommodations, and you could launch off the dock there. This was the room that we got. I thought I was just getting like a two bedroom, and I got two bedrooms itself. So I got a king size bed. They got their own room with two big beds too, and just really nice accommodations. Everyone was really nice there and welcoming, and was super, super thankful for their hospitality and for just the setup. We weren't there super long, only there for the first night, but definitely a successful first day. Not a ton of fish, but definitely cool just getting out there and good to get to the Keys, make it there, and then now we're on to day two. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank God for the day. We've got two more days on this trip that we'll get to see in the next couple of videos. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I appreciate you guys as always for watching. God bless you guys. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.